Oh, jeez. Well, it's hotter in here now because we went through the day. It rained last night, cooled down, and it was cool most of the day. But then the sun came out at like 10, 11 o'clock, and it was sunny, so it warmed up, and now it's warm. I think the thermostat says like thermostat says like 86 degrees. And I have my shirt on now out of decency. So it's warm. I was trying to go to sleep, but I couldn't fall asleep. I'm gonna try and say, damn it. Okay. The thing didn't stop. I had my hand right on the place where the stop button would be, is. And it usually stops when it's there. I was just gonna say, I'm gonna try and restate what I was thinking out loud to myself. Because when I lay down, usually I start thinking to myself, ow, fuck. I was thinking that money is the middleman, and it's just like money is the middleman that like gets between me and you and that other guy and that other guy and that other guy, and in a lot of circumstances it's the middleman that gets in the way of all of us and the ability to feel empathy for each other, where otherwise we would be able to feel empathy. And so I don't know if that's making sense to my virtual self and my future self or not, but it's like if you see someone and they need food and you have food, you might just give it to them, but if you are selling food and they need food, you're already in the mindset that your food costs money. You see, you're in the business of selling food. You're not in the business of feeding people. You understand? If you're selling clothes, you're in the business of selling clothes, not in the business of clothing people. And those are two very different businesses. If you're in the business of feeding people, you're in the business of helping people. If you're in the business of selling food, you're not in the business
of helping people. You're in the business of selling something, which means you're in the business of making yourself money, which means you're in the business of greed, of self-flagellation, self-aggrandizement. You're in the business of stoking your ego, of all of these things that most religions would probably label as maybe minor sins, something like that. I don't know. And economists would probably call value-added propositions, which is just another way of saying bullshit. But when, like I said, you're just in the business of having food, when you're a parent, you're not even in the business of helping people. You're just there to help people and feed your family. And when you're doing that, when I'm doing that, I then start to expand my vision, my field of vision of what it means to look at everyone not as marks or customers, but as family or potential family, as extended family. It allows me to, I'm in Texas in the United States, it allows me to even, with enough vision, look all the way over in India, the subcontinent of India, and say, you know, that guy over there, that guy's my brother. I don't know his face. I don't know where he is. I don't know his situation. He's my brother. And that is an intolerably destructive thing to essentially billionaires, to the people that own the world. That is devastating to everything that they stand for, to the people that own the world. That is something I cannot have as a thought philosophy. They cannot have existing and propagating throughout the ether of the world. And you know, all of the naysayers have lots of arguments that they will always and consistently put up against that kind of philosophy. How do you pay for it? Who does the work? No one will do the work. And, you know, to those kinds of things, I just say, those are bullshit arguments. Those are just, as they say, categorically bullshit arguments. I mean, they are look at the shiny object arguments. Hey, look at this. Look what I have. All they are distractions. There's something they throw up in the air to scare you away from, scare us away from trying to make a positive step forward for humanity. Because, like always, they want slaves. And who, to be honest, who doesn't love the idea of a slave? I mean, really. Who doesn't love the idea of 10 slaves? You get to sit on your ass and do nothing all day long. I mean, if you say, oh no, I don't want to do that, I blah, 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 then I think you're kidding yourself just a little bit, at least. So, I think everybody, the first thing you need to do is just be a little honest with yourself and say, yeah, they're assholes, but I would love to be them. Okay, yes, I understand where they're coming from. That's why they're billionaires, because it's freaking awesome. But at the same time, you need to also be like, okay, since not everyone can be that, it's functionally impossible for everyone to be a billionaire, because if everyone's a billionaire, no one's a billionaire. So since not everyone can be a billionaire, and by definition, only a few people can be billionaires, maybe we need to actually construct society so that no one is a billionaire, so that we force everyone to not be a billionaire in every respect of the word, too. And especially with today's kinds of ways of doing things, it doesn't mean that you're gonna have to work on a farm, toiling every day for 10 hours just to make your food and your clothing and your blah 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 blah. I mean, it's not this kind of doom scenario where it's like, oh my God, they're gonna throw us, this kind of thing will throw us back into the medieval ages or something like that. You're going to turn us into this communist society where there's going to be, this ruling class that will hold everybody else at the barrel of a machine gun and stuff. It's like, no, let's just kind of carefully move to a constructed, regulated world. A world, not a nation, but an entire world of humanity. A world, the entire damn planet of humans, where everybody shares in everything. And there's not these enclaves of people that are competing against each other and secretly hating each other and trying to conspire against this I hate these pick your game, pick your Monopoly piece. I'm the hat and you're the car and you're the shoe, and it's just whatever. It's like everybody shares in it equally, and we all get to do our thing, and we kind of, people generally settle into their roles, and Everything lies comfortably where it is, and there you go. And I don't know, that's kind of where the thought ends that I had. You know, I'm tired and I'm sleepy and I still can't get to sleep. I really hate that. I really hate that I can be tired and sleepy and I can't get to sleep because I lay down on my bed and my mind still is on. I'm still thinking and my mind is still talking, and sometimes it just won't go off. Sometimes it does when I lay down. It's just like, all right, my mind is just like, all right, I'm done thinking, and I will fall asleep in like a minute, and I'll be down and out. I'll be out for like a good 4 or 5 hours, and my body will be like, wait, you need to pee, and that'll wake me up, and I'll pee, and I'll be able to go back to sleep right away, sleep for another 4 hours. It's like I just get woken up to pee, and I'm out again. But I'm not super sleepy, but I can feel it coming onto my brain. So I tried. It didn't work. But whatever. That's just a little addendum of me being mad at my brain. So, anyways. Boobs out.